Wall Street climbed today, but this was not a calm rally. It was a market trying to breathe through a geopolitical storm. The biggest story was the tug of war between war risk and diplomacy. Reports said the U.S. delivered a 15-point proposal to Iran aimed at ending the conflict, and the White House said there had been constructive dialogue over the last 3 days. That was enough to keep hope alive. Stocks moved higher, bonds also gained, and oil pulled back as traders trimmed some of the fear premium. But the tension is far from over. Iran reportedly showed little interest in compromise and pushed back against the idea of indirect talks at this stage. Iranian media also said Tehran has its own conditions for any pause, including guarantees that attacks from the U.S. and Israel would not resume, compensation for damage, and demands tied to the Strait of Hormuz. So this market was not celebrating peace. It was reacting to the idea that the worst-case scenario may not be happening right now. That distinction matters. The market is not pricing a clean resolution. It is pricing a slightly lower chance of immediate escalation. And in a headline-driven market, that can be enough to lift risk appetite for a day. Tech then gave the rally a second engine. ARM jumped 16.4% after unveiling a new AI data center chip, adding fresh momentum to the AI trade. AMD and Intel both surged more than 7% after reports of CPU price increases tied to strong demand. That gave investors a reason to rotate back into growth and semis, especially while oil was falling instead of spiking. Speculative appetite also showed up. Destiny Tech 100 rallied 15% on reports that SpaceX may file IPO paperwork this week. That is another sign that when macro fear cools even a little, traders quickly move back toward high beta names and future growth stories. The S&P 500 closed up 0.5%, but the bigger message was under the surface. This is still a fragile market, heavily controlled by headlines, psychology, and sudden shifts in geopolitical tone. Tomorrow, investors will be watching U.S. jobless claims, the 7-year Treasury auction, and comments from Fed Governor Cook. If rates stay under control and the Middle East story does not get worse, bulls may try to press their advantage again. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily market recaps. This is Wilson.